Dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is TopHatSec freshly. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download it. You may be wondering why do a lot of CTF machines, because I believe the best way to learn is practicing, hands-on practicing. Before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I do appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. I can zoom in the terminal so you can see what's going on. Above all, we need to identify the IP address of the target. We can use tools like NetDiscover or Nmap with host discovery option to discover or identify the IP address of a target as 252. Then we need to do the port scanning. Of course, the most powerful and famous tool to do the port scanning is Nmap. I've already done that earlier with Nmap. To save the time of this video, as you can see, I used the option of scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and use the option of -p- to do the comprehensive scan, and use uppercase PN not to do the live testing, and then output the result into this file with the option of ON. The IP address has been changed a bit. From the map scanning, we can tell that the target had 3 open ports. The first one is 80, running HTTP service and also the version information. The second one is 443, which is running HTTPS and also the version information, Apache. Of course, the exact version number is not retrieved, which doesn't matter. And the last one is 8080, which is running HTTP. And the same as this one, the version number is not retrieved by Nmap. So what we are going to do next is to do emulation both manually and automatically for the web application running over different port number. Let's launch our, maybe I can close it down. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Yeah, we got this. I think this is the GIF picture. These are not the joins you are looking for. And then we need to check the source code of this page. This case is a very simple one, which doesn't contain anything important. Next, we need to check whether this site has robots file. Not found. Next, we can use Ligto to do some automatic emulation. As per Pentester, we must be very patient and careful. As you can see, Ligto, not only give us information about the version and also header, also display the common files or directories which exists on the target login.php, and we can access this login. Here we are provided by the user login panel, and we can try to use weak credentials. For example, username is admin And password is also admin. Submit. Failed. And also we can check whether we can use password as password. Submit. So not successful. Also, we can check whether we can use login bypass technique to log in. Submit. Failed. So I think so far all techniques failed. And now we need to go back to the Nicto. Yeah, also here, give us the PHP myadmin directory. Maybe we can access this directory to see whether we can use weak credentials vulnerability to login PHP myadmin. And we can use username root as username. Password is also root. Go. Failed. So I think we cannot get to anywhere from this PHP myadmin portal. So we just put aside. And then maybe we can do the directory enumeration. Autocomplete this command. The JavaScript, I think we do not need to check them. In most cases, with the CTF machines, JavaScript doesn't, directory of JavaScript doesn't contain important information. So in the meantime, we can enumerate manually the web application which is running on the different port number or HTTPS. Press enter. And we want to accept the risk and continue. Nice find, proceed. So I think this message is left by the author. In other words, we haven't got the right direction, possibly. Old candy shop, we can check the source code of this page. So from the source code, we can tell that this directory is running WordPress application. We have done so many WordPress machines. So I think I'm quite sure you are familiar with this structure or the installation of WordPress application. So maybe next we can use like WordPress scan utility to do the specific enumeration. Now, however, if we go back, I think we cannot find anything else besides these directories or files, what you can see. And this, of course, earlier we have already known the existence, right? So I'd like to quit. Another port number we didn't take a look at yet. We can the port number is 8080. So I think from the content we can tell that maybe this port number and the HTTPS running same application. All right. So I think we can keep this into our minds as we go ahead. Okay. Before we try to, make specific enumeration with WordPress Scan 2, I'd like to test whether this page has SQL injection vulnerability. To test this, we can firstly we need to get or intercept request. There are several ways, but I think the easiest way for me is to set the proxy to Burp Suite and launch our Burp Suite Community Edition. Okay. Next, start. Make sure the intercept is on. And then we can input something like admin and password. Submit. As you can see, the Burp Suite has already intercepted the request. Then we can save this request to file, and we can name it to like ric.txt. Save. Then we can use SQL map to do the automatic testing with the SQL injection vulnerability. And we can put, we do not need to use URL. We use the R option to specify the resource file. And the level equals 3. As you can see, the post parameter user appears to be injectable and also has already identified the backend database management system is MySQL. Do you want to skip? Of course. We have already got what we want to know. Do you want to try with random integer? It's okay. I think there would be different vector to exploit into this machine. Yeah, it's vulnerable. Do you want to keep testing the others? No need. All right, and then we can enumerate databases information on the target. As you can see, it's retrieving the databases information on the target. Maybe I should pause the video. As you can see, the SQL map has already retrieved all available databases on the target. And I think you can notice immediately this database WordPress 8080, because just now we have already know that the 8080 is running WordPress. So maybe first of all we need to retrieve the databases information and even dump data for this database. Then we can we can find some credentials to log in, right? So we can use the uppercase D option to specify the database name, and we can copy and we can paste in here tables. Again, because I don't want to this video so long, I'd like to pause the video. There is only one table in the database WordPress 8080, So next we can dump data for this table. We can use uppercase T to specify table names and dump. All right, as you can see, we have already retrieved or dumped data for this table. Users, we can get the username, which is admin, and also its password. Even this password is clear text. Of course, this is not good practice. And I think you will not see such a thing in real engagement. However, we can copy this information onto our notebook. And then, since we have already got the credentials, then I think we can log into the WordPress panel or portal with this credential. And the default login page is WordPress admin. Sorry, I need to turn the proxy to disable option, and we can close down the Burp Suite and access this. And we can put the username admin, and password is super secret password. Yeah, we are successfully logged in as user admin. And from the left columns information, we can confirm this user, the current user admin, is administrator, or role is administrator. So what do we have to do next? We need to get the initial foothold or initial share on the target. And the most preferable way or easiest way is to locate the 404 template file and remove original code. And then we can copy. Of course, I've already got this file, PHP reverse shell file ready, which you can get it from Pentest Monkey website. After you download, you need to change the IP address of the attacking machine to your own or meet your environment. And if you wish, also can change port number. So for now, we just copy the entire code of this PHP reverse shell file. If this way doesn't work, and we can turn to the second option or other options. Put in here, update file. Yeah, file edit successfully, which means that we have already done this step without any issue. So next we need to set up the listener on the Kali Linux by netcat. And next we need to access 504 PHP file. However, maybe the question in your mind will come up, where this 404.php file located. And for me, we can check the homepage of this WordPress site and select go to this one. You can locate the WordPress content, not this one, theme. Yeah, this one, no, not this one. Should be themes. Yeah, I need to use themes. So yeah, this one. So we can copy this URL and of course to here. We can copy and then followed by file name 404. Press enter. Yeah, it looks like it's working. As you can see, we got the shell from the target, and we can spawn the shell or bash shell or beta shell. The Python 2 is there, so we can run Python with option of C to execute the command and import pty module, pty spawn method, spawn the bin bash session. Okay, now it's much better. Next, we need to do the local immersion. We can go to the home directory. Yeah, there is one normal user and nothing special. And we can go to the maybe OPT directory. Yeah, we need to navigate across different supports. We must take a look at carefully. There is WordPress, but I think we do not need to go into because we have already dumped the data from the database, right? Through the SQL injection vulnerability. So next, I'd like to go to another directory or support, backups. Nothing there, W. HTML directory. Okay, maybe I need to upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic immersion, because many immersion always neglect some or miss important information. I've already got this script ready, NumPy shell script ready to upload this file. We need to set up the web server locally by Python. We can run Python HTTP module. Now we go back to here, followed by the IP address of the Kali Linux. It's done, and we can make it executable to run it. As this is a bit old machine, so maybe this machine has local exploit to elevate the privilege. As you can see, it's done, and we can scroll back or scroll up to see whether we can find something interesting. The passwords. Okay, we got so this, even we can read the shadow file. Very weird, right? It's not usual practice. Normally, normal user cannot access this file, the shadow file. So it means that maybe we can make password cracking, right? But before we do that, I'd like to know whether there is anything else in terms. Yeah, we got some database name and the password. Maybe we can, but I think this password will not work. Also, some local exploits. Yeah, before we try to use the local exploits, because some local exploits, a bit new compared to the time when this machine was created. I don't want to utilize such local exploits, at least for now. So maybe, just now we have already know that shadow file is readable for current user. We can shadow. You stole my password file secret. So maybe we can copy this content and we can create the shadow txt. And to crack the password, we also need to cut out the password file. And then we can copy. Password. Then we can use unshadow command to converge these two files. I think I already demonstrated this technique in other videos with other machines. Then we can use the John Reaper to crack it with the list. Local hashes. Maybe later I'd like to try to exploit the WordPress. Use WordPress scan to crack the password for the WordPress. But now I just follow the steps what you are seeing in this video, because I think we got the right direction, right? So maybe I pause the video, and when it's done, I'll come back. Actually, because I done the machine earlier, actually this John the Reaper has already retrieved the password or combination for the user and its passwords. And why it's taking a bit long time? Because now the John the Reaper is trying to crack the password for the other user. Of course, this will fail. And to save time, we just display the correct password. We can use John show hashes. As you can see, we got the password for this username and password. So then I think we can switch our shell to another user. Switch to this one, Kenny. And password is very easy, simple one, password. As you can see, we have already switched our shell to another user or make lateral movement. And we can do the ID, and also we can do sudo, and we can put the password. Yeah, this user may not run sudo. And we need to do for the more immersion. Maybe I can spawn the bash session. Under www directory, HTML, there is login PHP. As you can see, we got the root, the database collection credentials. Username is root, and also the password. This password is the same as this one. for the WordPress administrators portal. So maybe at least we need to try. We use this password to elevate our privilege to root user, right? We can copy, paste it in here. Yeah, it's done. We successfully elevated our privilege to root user. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.